Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Fanatics podcast. My name is Michael Russo, and this is my co-host,
Daylin Jerome.
And we got a couple movies to talk about today. We are in the middle of our Thanksgiving break for school. You know, it's been pretty nice to not have school. And Daylin's only seen one movie with me this week because he has no time on his hands.
Yeah.
But I have seen a total of, I've seen 3 movies this week, but I've seen 4. I've been to the movies 4 times because I've seen Hunger Games twice, and then I saw Napoleon, and then I saw Wish today. I saw Wish with Daylin today. Daylin and I are going to see Hunger Games on Friday at 3, so we'll try to review that as soon as we can. But one movie that we told you guys we were going to review, and we are here to review, is Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have very different takes on this because Daylin is a huge fan of the games and everything, and I know about the games. I watched some videos about the lore or whatever, but I'm nowhere near as big of a fan as Daylin. So I think it's really good that we both got to see this together because we both kind of came out with different but same perspectives of what they could have done differently and what we liked about it. So Daylin, do you want to start on this one or you want me to start?
You can start this one.
All right. Okay, so let's see. From not playing I haven't played the games. I've maybe played FNAF 1 once, but I was too scared as a kid. I was a baby. But honestly, the one complaint that I saw people give this movie. Oh, also by the way, all the movies today we're talking about, we're gonna be talking openly about spoilers and stuff like that. So if you want to see the movie, go see it and come back and watch the podcast. But one thing that I've seen people talking about is that there wasn't enough animatronics or there wasn't enough horror, you know what I mean? In my opinion, I think that focusing on the security guard, Josh Hutcherson's character Mike Schmidt, was more beneficial because I feel now they have set up his character really well, and I feel I don't know what happens in the second game if he comes back or if it's a new security guard, but I feel they've also set up the animatronics really well. And I really liked how they went more with his story than just always being at Five Nights at always being at the pizzeria and always having horror scenes there. I like how they went to his house. They went to a bunch of different places around the movie, and they really gave us a look into his life and what he did before the job and what circumstances he's been put in, because in the game you're kind of just thrust into his position just at the pizzeria. But for me, I really liked how they gave us that background information, and I loved how it kind of I like how everything connected with Matthew Lillard being Springtrap. That was really good plot point that I don't think any of us saw coming, but in that way it was really good. And I really liked how they slowly built up to the animatronics being bad. Although the one complaint that I do have is the last scene when he was fighting the animatronics, it wasn't that good of a fight. You know what I mean? It was just tasing them and stuff like that. But overall, I think I give it a 7. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10 because I really liked it. It's definitely one of the fresher horror films I've seen in a while, especially for it being PG-13.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 as well. I mean, one really big worry I had was how are they gonna make this game into a movie? Because it's not like The Last of Us or I don't know, all those kind of story games where there's a clear story. Even Mario has a clear story. FNAF story is so unclear. So it's how are you going to make a movie off of this? But I think they did it so well with the security guard. Like you said, I think it's a smart idea to follow the security guard, not really focus too much on the animatronics. Because even in the games, you're playing as the security guard. So it's not like you're going to follow the animatronics somehow, I thought that they handled the gore, not the gore, but the brutalness of the story pretty well. They found a way to still make it PG-13 and still make it brutal as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was nice. Overall, I thought the movie was pretty good. I think there are some parts I did wish that they would have went more brutal. I guess I know it's PG-13. They did push limits a lot, but for example, Springtrap, the scene where William Afton gets killed, not killed, but
he gets locked into the suit. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be the most like gory thing, like blood
Mhm.
gushing out, just seeing him tortured. But they kind of made it like more kid friendly for it to not be as bloody and
Yeah.
stuff, which I
Yeah, for sure.
understood. But I feel like out of all the whole franchise, visually wasn't really that brutal. But FNAF 3, which is the one where we see him, Springtrap, was
Mhm.
probably one of the most brutal ones in terms of just like what you see on in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So I was kind of upset that they didn't go the full way. But I think it's still fine. The next movie, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
I think it's
this one was a
been
hit.
confirmed, or like it's like this movie made, I think, like, I don't know, 120, 140 million on like a $20 million budget. It might even made 200. I don't know, but it made so much money, and I think I think it's the number one horror opening this year, which I mean isn't that big of a
Yeah,
deal, but like no, it did really well, and like I think Universal's happy. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have sat Scott Cawthon down right away. I was like, let's talk about a second movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like
actually crazy though
ASAP.
how like it literally went from being a small indie game on like the App Store 8 years ago to like being turned into like a full-fledged movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
It's
I'm
insane.
just yeah, because I never would have thought playing that game when I was like however small I
Fourth
was.
grade. I remember you walking into
Yeah,
class playing. I'd be like, bro, stop. Like, I don't want to. I'll be like, bro, I'm
yeah.
not trying to have
Like
nightmares tonight.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would never. Not only would I have not seen how they would have made into a movie, but just imagine it being in a movie, and now it's like reality, and it's successful somehow. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope to see a next one. I know. So the second movie, I'm gonna dive into the lore a little bit. The second movie actually surprisingly the second game takes place before the first game. It's a prequel
Okay.
somehow. I know that's kind of confusing because it's like they look newer, the animatronics, but that's just how it is. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna connect all three of the movies, or how many they're gonna make.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if it's like the games, then you could watch each movie by itself without having to watch the other ones, but they would still be connected. You know what I mean?
Like somehow connected.
Yeah. So I wanna. I mean,
Like
I
some,
guess
yeah.
Springtrap or William Afton would be like this person holding it all together. So
I mean, hey,
just wanna
and
see.
at some point, like, I don't want it to become this, but it could just become like a cash grab. You know, they just keep making them.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I don't know
the
if they're gonna go in
yeah.
that direction.
Yeah, I mean, even the first. I mean, if you see the movie, it's really entertaining, but you can kind of tell, like, it's not like they poured their hearts and
Yeah,
souls into
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's that hard to make.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Scott Cawthon has said that they've been working on that movie for a while. A lot of scrapped scripts that they were writing and stuff. A lot of ideas had to throw away. So maybe it was their hearts that they poured out to it, but who knows? I just hope that the next one will be just as good or even better.
Yeah. So it's an all-around 8. Like, if you like, listen, it's like a easy watch on Peacock. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you have Peacock, like, no doubt watch it. If it's still in theaters where you are, I don't know, it might not be anymore, but it probably isn't because it's been like a month since it came out. But if you could somehow see it in the theater, go see it in the theater because I think it's worth it. But if you like are like, maybe I should watch it on Peacock, like, watch it. It's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a solid 8. It's a good movie. But not so great of a movie was The Marvels. Let's see, when did we see this? We saw this on November 12th, so about 10 days ago. We saw it
I
like,
still have nightmares.
dude, this movie was just like horrendous. We saw it like the day after it came out, when it came out, November 11th. So yeah, we saw
Yeah.
opening weekend. Was our theater? Okay, when we saw it was so funny. There was people next to us, and they were so loud. They were so loud. This guy, he was just talking the entire time with like his girlfriend or like his wife, and I don't know. Did you hear them next to me?
I actually didn't hear them because I was just so.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Blinded
they
by
were
the
really
movie.
loud, but I mean, look, like, what's the last Marvel movie that came out?
I think was it Guardians?
Guardians.
3?
Yeah, Guardians. Which was like, oh, like Marvel might be back, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like, oh, Guardians is great. Secret Invasion is terrible. Loki's great. The Marvels is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like so up and down. You know what I mean?
Like Marvel, like it's the Marvels. This should have been like, I don't want to say like an Avengers level movie, but in terms of just like quality, it should have been like
I
that
know.
high.
I know.
But
And
I don't
like
know what they did.
it's watchable. It's not like it's not like I'm gonna walk out of the theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like at this point, like when Marvel is like this long into their lifetime of like making movies, like they should not be putting out stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is especially Captain Marvel has already been on how many movies? I think 3 movies in the
Yeah.
MCU so far. We have Monica Rambeau was just in WandaVision. WandaVision was great. And then Miss Marvel with their own show. Like all this setup just to crash and just not be good.
I know.
I was just like, come on, guys. I wish I could even tell you what was bad about it, but I can't because it just was so bad. It was just like,
So
the
basically,
movie.
it's like they're trying to like save this like lady has like a planet that like she wants to save, so she goes to these other planets to take their resources to save her planet, and they're trying to stop her. That's basically the whole movie. And there's a total of I think 4 fight scenes. And
yeah,
basically, like my major complaint was like the last fight scene in the movie is like a mid movie fight scene. Like say like Shang-Chi, right? Like that fight scene in the Marvels, the last fight scene, like the final battle, was like a fight scene that would happen in Shang-Chi in like the middle of the movie. Like that's how
yeah.
like I was like, is this the final battle? And I looked at Daylin and I was like, dude, like the movie's over. And we were like, what was that?
Yeah.
And then at the end,
yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah, we have like these epic scale characters like Captain Marvel,
uh-huh.
right? We should be having like the coolest intergalactic fight. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy, which are like not as powerful, but their fight scenes were just amazing. And it's like, how do you, mess up these characters who have such cool powers and make them seem so mediocre? It's just,
And
yeah,
in
definitely
this day
would
and
not
age,
watch it again.
like their ability to make like I don't even know how like they make such a unforgettable villain.
I know.
Like it can't
I
even
couldn't
be
tell
like that
you her
hard.
name, like anything.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you her name. But like I feel like they're trying. Like they're trying at this point to make her unforgettable because it can't be that hard. Like
yeah, it's like, where is Kevin Feige in all of this? Like,
exactly.
Is he just sitting back and just like, it's over. MCU's over. Like, what is he doing? Like, I don't understand.
Like the villain ends up like just killing herself because she puts on like these 2 gauntlets to like make herself like the most powerful being in the universe, and then she's too powerful, so she like explodes.
Yeah, I was just like, I thought we were about to get the most epic fight scene ever. Like, okay, finally, maybe the movie will start picking up again at the very end.
Yeah, because we have
died.
this like intergalactic being like that's super strong
Yeah.
versus like Captain Marvel, and then boom, it's just over.
Yeah, I was
And
just like, well,
I think I really liked Amon Vellani as Miss Marvel. I don't know. I don't know if you watched the show Miss Marvel.
I did not.
Okay,
But I
yeah,
liked her
so
in this.
this
though.
was
I
like
thought
your
her
first
character was
introduction to her.
likable.
Yeah, exactly. So I saw the show, but I thought that like I saw many people saying that they didn't see Miss Marvel, but she was like a standout in this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people really liked her, and I liked her too. Monica Rambeau, what is that? What's her name? Teyona Paris? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just alright. Like, she was in WandaVision, but she's pretty forgettable. Her powers are just like she could phase through stuff. But
she can like see light and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Nick Fury's basically just like I don't know.
Just like comic relief.
Literally, they turned him into
yeah.
They turned him into like the guy who formed the Avengers into just like comic relief. And then there's like a whole side plot with like cats. It's like the weird
gosh.
like it's like
This
the
movie
weirdest
does
thing.
not even take itself seriously. Like when I looked at Michael in this part and I was like, yo, like I think I'm clocking out. Is when they go into the kingdom and they're just singing a song.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
They go to a planet and they're like, this is the planet where everybody speaks in song.
And then it turns into a whole musical. Then Brie Larson starts dancing and singing, and I'm just like, what happened to Captain Marvel, the person who almost killed Thanos, who was this close to defeating Thanos? What happened?
I know. And then
I was like, oh my god.
They basically like all these people are like gonna die, but they turn all the people into cats and put them into like a ship, and then like, or no, the cats eat the people, and then the cats like spit out the people, and then Nick Fury's like, I don't know, Nick Fury's just like making jokes the whole time. Like some of his jokes were funny, but like I don't know, like do something.
Yeah, it's like he was so important in Avengers movie, and then this movie he's just like,
I know,
black girl magic.
I know, it's like, I feel like the scenes like the scenes on Earth, like in like Miss Marvel's house were like good, with like her family and like
Yeah.
her parents and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I thought
that.
that was like a cool setup. I was ready for like, okay, this movie can cook something up.
Yeah.
Then it just kind of just dissolved into nothing.
Although I also did kind of like the idea of like the villain's motives. You know what I mean? Like her homeworld.
Yeah, no, I thought that was so like complex, and I liked that how
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't like straight right and wrong and bad and good. It was like they both were wrong, but both were right at the same time. Both Captain Marvel and the villain that I forgot who.
Yeah,
her name
because
was. Yeah.
yeah, because yeah, exactly. Because she like her homeworld got destroyed by Captain Marvel, right? And then basically it's like dark and there's no water or anything, so she's going to these other planets to try to find resources to like kind of bring her planet back to life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really like that aspect of it because you can somewhat like sympathize with her, but the actors just like they like that's all they give her. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I know.
The
There's
characters,
like nothing else. Yeah.
like the character's motives have like depth, but the character doesn't have depth herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I
Like-
feel like we spent so much time with her, just like in her own like scenes. That's like you feel like I should know you more, but
Exactly,
at the same time,
yeah.
it's like
And walking out, I didn't even know her name.
yeah, don't still.
And then
Like,
they try to end the movie on a post-credit scene that didn't work for me.
Yeah, no, I was not feeling it. I was just like, okay, that's cool. Like, what other things are gonna introduce? We had Harry Styles and Eternals. You had, I don't know, whatever.
Never
Guardians
seen
of the
him
Galaxy.
again. Never seen him again.
All these just big cameos, big
These
post-credit
open
scenes
ends.
that
These
lead
open
to
ends in the
nothing.
MCU. Yeah, exactly.
And
So
then, but when
basically-
they do come together, it's trash. Like Miss Marvel. Like when they finally
Yeah,
come together, it's like
yeah.
oh, mid.
So basically, at the end of the movie, the villain like tears like a space-time continuum open, and like there's like another reality, like another universe on like the other side. So basically, Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel like close it from one side, while Monica Rambeau's character closes it from the other side. So basically, Monica Rambeau's character is stuck on the other side in like a parallel universe. So she wakes up in like a hospital, and her mom is there. And like in that universe, her mom became whatever her name is. I don't know. What is it, like Supersonic or something like that? I don't know.
No clue. No.
I forget. And then you see like Beast from the X-Men. Okay,
Yeah, I was
like
just like
here's the thing. If I want to see an X-Men movie, I don't want to see X-Men with Mrs. Marvel. I want to see X-Men like a standalone X-Men movie. Do you know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
see like kind of like an X-Men reboot. I feel like combining the X-Men with like the current MCU characters is like the worst thing they could do for them.
yeah, and I feel like they should just leave the whole MCU out of it until like the Avengers Infinity War type movie.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I mean?
that's when it would be like really hype.
Yeah, not when they're still trying to build the blocks to make it a good franchise again, like X-Men.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Because nobody even know, like, they need to like reestablish who the X-Men are and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
But
yeah.
honestly, I think the next good movie, I think like the next solid Marvel movie that we're gonna have is probably Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I mean,
That's-
because it's
that's
not
not
even
for a hot
Marvel, that's
minute,
Sony.
That's
right?
true.
It's Sony, right?
Wait,
Is
did
it
you
Sony?
see? Wait, did you see the Madam Web trailer?
Yes.
Like, did you officially see it? Like, did you see it?
No. I didn't
No.
see it like again.
They've
I
been
bet
playing
that
it before
through-
Hunger Games, and it looks so
Oh.
bad. Oh my
Did
gosh.
did it look bad?
Yes, it looks terrible. It looks like
Does it really look that bad?
it looks like as bad as Mobius or Morbius, whatever it's called. Morbius. With
Yeah,
Jared
like
Leto.
that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like the edgy, like Sony Marvel movies.
No,
like New
okay,
Mutants.
I watched the trailer and I immediately went to the comment section. The first comment on the trailer was, "This would have slapped in 2004," and it's like true though. You know what I mean? Because like all these movies, like it's like this is not what people expect from superhero movies in 2023.
Yeah, I think we're way past that. Like, I won't say like that edgy feeling. Like, oh, I'm a
Mhm.
superhero, and just like, I don't know. I saw the trailer and I was like, this vibe again. I thought we were past this. Morbius
Exactly.
tried it failed. New Mutants tried it.
Like
failed.
bad VFX, bad story. Like the villain is like a Spider-Man ripoff. It's just like at this point, like we've been spoiled so much with like Infinity War and like all these like No Way Home, all these like really good Marvel movies, that when they give us these movies, like they can't expect us to like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't expect us to give them 90% on Rotten Tomatoes and 9 out of 10s. Like, they know what we expect, and they give us this. Like, do you really think when Kevin Feige was on the red carpet at the Miss Marvel premiere, he was like, "This movie is amazing"? Probably not. Wait. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
All right.
Back.
Sorry. We're good. I just disconnected for some reason.
Yeah.
Wait, did you hear what I said?
No.
Okay. I said, do you think when Kevin Feige was on the red carpet during the Miss Marvel premiere, he was like, "This is a great movie. Like, this is going to get 100% Rotten Tomatoes"?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
If you just read the script of the movie, I would have been like, oh, I don't know.
I know, and it's just like, they're like all the like. This is such like a main topic that people bring up today, like superhero fatigue and like all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, superhero fatigue, it's like there's two different types of superhero fatigue. There's just like regular superhero movies, like just Marvel movies, right? But then there's like superhero movies like Batman and like No Way Home. Like, those movies don't make you feel fatigued.
Yeah.
Those, and like Guardians 3, like those movies make you feel like rejuvenated.
Yeah. But what do you think that is for, like, that audiences see in those movies that make them want to go see it, opposed to Miss Marvels or, like, I don't know, any other, like The Flash or Blue Beetle? Like, why don't they see those movies, but they go and see, like, Barbie or something?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. You have somebody who is starting off 2023 on like a good, like, I don't know what Marvel movie came out at the end of 2022. Black Panther. Okay, you have somebody who just saw Black Panther Wakanda Forever and they liked it a lot, right? So they're like, maybe I'll give Ant-Man a try. So they go to Ant-Man and they're like, this is all right, and then they go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and they're like, this was really good. You know what I mean? Like, this was really good. Then they go and see Across the Spider-Verse and they're like, this was also really good. Then they go see Flash and they're like, this wasn't so good. Like, this was pretty bad. And they see, okay, this one was DC, right? Then maybe they are like, maybe I'll skip out on Blue Beetle because The Flash got a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes and it made $100 million in its opening weekend. Like, what makes me think Blue Beetle is going to be good? Or maybe because they're like, well, all these Marvel movies that have come out in the past year have all gotten 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I've seen 5 Marvel movies in the past 2 years, and I've only liked 2 of them. And the Marvels doesn't look good to me. It's just like your average superhero fan today would probably give the Marvels a chance. But here's a good example, okay? My dad, for example, right? My dad loves the original Avengers. You know what I mean? Iron Man, Captain America, the Avengers movies, Infinity War, right? He loves the Guardians. But, like, my dad is not the type of guy where I'll be like, hey, Dad, I want to go see the Marvels. He'd be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just because, like, he's seen the trailers and he's like, this doesn't look good. And so it's just like these fans have like these expectations that when they see these movies being made in 2023 that are like this quality, they don't want to give it a chance. And some maybe go to the movies and they're surprised. They're like, well, this actually wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? And some go to the movies and like, all right, this is the last chance. And then they hate it and they don't give it any more chances. So it's just like, I feel like people at this point have met their limit of chances where they're just like, okay, I'm not going to see any more Marvel movies in theaters.
Yeah, because I think before, like in 2018 and especially 2019, when Marvel was releasing a movie, you watched it because it's a Marvel movie. That's why Captain Marvel made like 1 point something billion
Yeah.
back then, even though people didn't even like it. It was because it's a Marvel movie, and people were like, "Yo, Marvel has all these hits. If it's
Uh-huh.
Marvel, let's give it a chance."
Like they
Now
have
it's
all
like,
this stuff in their bag.
yeah.
Look at all these
Now
hits
it's like
they have. Yeah.
Marvel has lost all its credibility, and it's like I see Miss
Uh-huh.
Marvels, and I see it. I see the trailer. I don't like it, so why would I even give it a chance? Like it's my time. I can go on streaming and watch something there. Why would I go waste my time and money to watch something I don't even want to watch by a company who has been missing repeatedly for like years now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like even if so, like let's say let's say the Marvels came out right after Endgame, right?
Yeah.
It would probably make $1 billion
Yeah,
or
probably.
a lot of money, and then people would be like, okay, this one was alright, like, but I'm definitely gonna go see the next one still
Yeah.
because they still have
I
that
like that flair.
Marvel still has that credibility to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at this point, Marvel lost lost their trust in their fans over time just by releasing like bad movies like Ant-Man and like the Marvels and like all these other movies that people just don't like, where fans aren't like, all right, I'm gonna give this one a chance. They're just like, okay, like I know this isn't gonna be good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's similar with DC. With DC, Batman v Superman, it made $800 million, which nowadays you hear that, you're like, whoa, that's like a lot because movies don't get that much money anymore that often. But BVS made $800 million, yet the fans still didn't like it. But they only gave it a chance because it was a Batman and Superman movie combined in one. That's like, whoa, mind blowing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, there's no credibility anymore. Like, it's
Mhm.
a DC movie. Just because it's DC does not mean I'm going to go watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
same thing with Marvel now. With Marvel,
And
it was like,
yeah,
it's a Marvel movie. I'm gonna watch it.
I think we have a great example coming up with Aquaman because the first Aquaman made $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
So like I am so curious to see how this Aquaman's gonna do. Aquaman and the Lost
Yeah.
Kingdom or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see if DC fans come out for this one.
Yeah. I mean, I'll show up for an action movie like Aquaman. I remember watching Aquaman. I really liked it. But, I don't not... Because I know a lot of people who like the movie that I know personally. I don't see them going to watch this movie. Especially
Yeah.
after all this time, I
Yeah.
think 5 years later, they're going to be like, it's not going to be good. But if it came out a year after the first one, they wouldn't rush to theaters to watch it. But I
Mhm.
feel like now, they're going to be like, all
Yeah,
these like superhero movies you see on like trailers and on TV, they're not going to think that's going to be good.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Hey, we'll
I'll
be
be
there.
so surprised.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be giving you guys a review.
But I'm going to be so surprised if it gets like, if it does really good. Because then if
Yeah.
it does really good, then James
It's
Gunn
just
has
like
to
on
rethink
and
some
off,
things.
on and off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, what did we see today though?
We saw Wish.
Okay, so basically, I was in the car on the way to the movies, and Daylin calls me, and so I told him that we were watching a movie today at 5 o'clock, but I didn't tell him what it was. Okay, and what did you thought it was Hunger Games, right?
Yes.
So he thought it was Hunger Games. So he basically called me, and he was like, Michael, and I was like, what? He was like, we're seeing Wish, and I was like, yeah, and he was like, Wish, and I was like, yeah, we're seeing Wish, and he was like, I want to see Hunger Games. Why are we seeing Wish? And he just started like yelling at me, but and I was like, Daylin, give it a chance, and it wasn't as bad as it wasn't bad, okay, and we're about to talk about it, but again, we're going to see Hunger Games on Friday, so we'll review that. That's so good, Daylin. You're gonna love it. Okay, Wish. I don't think you had really high expectations going into this movie, Daylin.
I did not know.
I
saw the trailers. I did not think it would hit.
Yeah. So the art style is kind of weird for me,
Yeah.
but
they
I kind of
tried-
got used to
see
it.
Yeah. You don't think about it after like 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
going into it, I was like, I think they're trying to do what Spider-Verse did and what, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles
but
did. where
they
they're
were like
changing up.
lazy though. They were like lazy.
Yeah.
And they did like half of it.
It looks like it was Disney Junior. I kept telling myself that. I was
Yeah.
like, this looks like a Disney Channel type of like animation. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like a Hollywood movie.
Let's see though. So I actually really like this movie. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was good in my opinion. Like if you want a movie to go and see with your family over Thanksgiving break, that's like not as depressing as The Hunger Games or like time consuming, then go see this movie. This movie's an hour and a half. You know what I mean? It's like a very easy watch. And in my opinion, for it being like an hour and a half, it was really good. The villain, King Magnifico, I think that's how you say it. Chris Pine, he plays the villain. and he is like a standout. Like the villain in this movie, you could kind of say he's like a. I was thinking about it, and you kind of say he's like a guy version of like Maleficent.
Maleficent.
With like his staff and like his green energy.
Oh yeah, I can kind of
Yeah, so
he's
like
more charismatic.
Yeah. He's kind of like manipulative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he is like this wish granter, and then like this girl Asha, like is trying. Like he says like I'm not granting anyone's wishes because I'm just a bad person. And then this girl's like, okay, I'm gonna like give their wishes back to them. It's kind of hard to explain the plot. Like you have to kind of go watch it, but. A standout for me was him. Like he was a really good villain, and like the stuff that happened in the movie was like I wasn't expecting this to happen. Like the stuff like he goes to like her house and like breaks into her house, and I'm just like, whoa, like this is not like usual Disney movie. But one thing that kind of like I didn't like was the ending, which is kind of like everybody just like starts singing and then like he just kind of like dies.
It's like a literal kumbaya moment, like actually
Yeah.
kumbaya when they just start singing together.
They all start
And,
singing
like,
together, and
everyone's
I mean I
happy.
guess it's cool, but like I don't know, but I feel like everything leading up to that was really strong, where like it doesn't ruin the movie for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I give it a 7. But what'd you think about it?
I would also give it a 7 out of 10. I thought, I don't know, looking back, I've seen a lot of Disney movies in theaters, and I don't know. I could tell that this one wouldn't hit the same, and it did not hit the same.
Yeah.
And a 7 out of 10 is good, but hearing it's a Disney movie, and especially like the 100th anniversary Disney movie.
You're expecting like a
like,
at least like
yeah.
a 8.59.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I needed I need tears to come out of my eyes. Like remember Elemental, I was watching that, bro. I was getting kind of misty eyed watching that, and that was like about water and fire. With this, like the concept is pretty deep, but then I don't know, it just didn't really flesh out. And like you said, the climax of the movie, I was like, oh come on, I need some tears. Like remember Frozen when like Anna froze and then Elsa was like crying.
Yeah.
Like that was like a tearjerker. This one was just like kumbaya. I was like, yo. Like, come on. Like, I need some.
Although I did. The
Disney
song was
magic.
good though. The song was good. Like it was catchy.
Oh yeah, no, the music was good actually. I was not expecting the music.
I liked
at all.
the King's like song. That was really good.
Oh yeah.
And all of
I did
like
not think Chris Pine could sing.
all of like the animation with the King was like sick. Like the spells and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
they did a good job on like the animation, but yeah, I don't know. It just like it didn't hit like a usual Disney movie would. I feel like if this wasn't like advertised as like 100th anniversary, all this stuff, I feel like people would have maybe taken it better.
Yeah, I feel like this was a Disney Plus movie because it just wasn't that deep. You know what I mean? Just as a movie, it didn't take itself seriously, which is not a bad thing at all. But to put it in theaters and to make it like this big event, just for it to be like
Yeah,
more
I
like a
don't know if I would say like
jokey-
it's 100% a Disney Plus movie, but I wouldn't say it's like 100% theater movie either. It's kind of like in the middle for me.
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
it's like a day and date release.
Yeah.
for Disney Plus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's probably what I would say, honestly. Because this,
Yeah.
let's like, okay, look, it's a Wednesday, so like, I don't think a lot of people are going to the movies, but it also is the start of Thanksgiving break for like most schools, and our theater was basically empty.
Yeah.
So like, this movie's not gonna make any money.
Yeah, because I remember watching Frozen 2. I watched it, I think 3 or 2 weeks after it came out. So obviously there were supposed to be less people. But when I went in my theater, it was kind of packed.
Busy. Yeah.
And I even saw someone I knew in there. But to see that Wish is like kind of empty.
I mean,
was
hey,
like, oh.
I could barely even get tickets for Hunger Games on Friday, which like surprised me. So
Really? I don't even know.
hey, people are still going out to the movies,
Yeah,
but not for Wish.
yeah. But I feel like it's also a Disney thing too. I mean, I don't know. I'm sick of rewatching Disney movies. I want Disney to hit, you know what I mean? I want Disney movies to just feel the same way they did before.
I know, because I mean, I'm not like a huge Disney guy, but like I've seen a lot of Disney movies, and yeah, this one just it was good, but like at this point, it's kind of like Marvel. It's like the same. They're like in the same situation. Like at this point, you're expecting more.
Yeah, but it's like it's Disney. Like, how did they go from like the Renaissance era in like the 1990s, where they just made bangers on bangers and made Little Mermaid and then Lion King and all this nice stuff, to then going to like, you know, I don't know what came out. Yeah, the last decade has just been remakes of those movies. You know, they haven't really. I mean, Frozen. Besides Frozen, and maybe Brave and Coco.
And more remakes with Snow White. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all these remakes. And listen, I'm all for remakes. I don't mind. I mean, the superhero movies, like DC movies, get remade like every 10 years, so it's not like I'm not complaining. But with remakes, they have to be some original content. You know, like in 50 years, like what are they gonna remake? You know what I mean? Like it just, it's kind of feels empty. Like I wouldn't watch a Wish remake. I would not watch a Wish remake. If they did it in live action, I would be like, oh, I'm not watching that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
Like-
also watched The Creator, right?
Yes, I actually just finished watching The Creator. Watched it.
I
at my
also
house.
saw Gran Turismo, and I like loved that movie, bro. That movie was so good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
gave
saw
my
that
review
in
like,
theaters for like $5 with my dad, and bro, that was so good. Like Gran Turismo is one of like the best racing movies I've seen in like a
yeah,
minute.
I was not expecting that to be that good. I thought
No.
it would be like kind of corny. It was great.
It was really good, and so was The Creator. What did you think about the ending of The Creator?
I thought it was, not gonna lie, for like a lot of the movie, I was kind of like dozing off. I was kind of tired, but the ending did wake me up. Like it was like, oh, this is kind
Did you cry?
of sad. Oh, I did not cry. No,
Okay.
Throughout the movie, I wasn't
kinda
that
teared up a
emotionally
little bit at the
invested
end.
to cry. But like,
But
you
like-
know, I was kind of like leaning back, and then when I saw like, you know, the wife come, I kind of like stood up. I was like, oh, this is kind of sad. You know, this is really emotional.
Yeah, I really like the ending though. How they like infiltrated like the ship. It was really cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really like the little girl. Like her acting was really good.
Yeah, the whole movie itself was really great, and just the cinematography too. I don't know if you know the Sony FX3 camera. It's like
I've probably heard of it.
yeah, but it's
Is that what they
basically
use?
like, yeah. And the thing is, the reason why it's so cool to me, because it's like that camera costs $4,000, which is a lot. It's a lot, but compared to other cinema cameras, which are like probably like tens of thousands of dollars, it's nothing. And like the FX3, like I know people who have FX3s, so it's crazy to me that they made a movie with that camera. Just I don't know why they did it, but you know, it's just cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
And also just that it kind of makes you feel like if they can do it, I can do it too. Like if they take cameras that I can use,
Exactly.
then I
Yeah.
can do whatever, you know. And it looked, the movie looked really, really good.
Yeah, it had really good cinematography.
Yeah. And the CG too, like the robots, I never like questioned like them looking
If they were real.
wonky. Yeah. They
Yeah.
all look really good, so that was cool.
Hey, coming up though, bro, we got some good movies. We got The Color Purple, Wonka, Ferrari.
Wait, what's Ferrari? Wait, Ferrari?
That
What's
Ferrari's
that?
with Adam Driver. You know, Kylo Ren.
Is it like Ford versus Ferrari? Like the
No,
sequel or
it's
something?
just like Ferrari. It's just like the origin story of Ferrari.
Oh,
We've got Iron Claw. Have you seen the trailer for that?
no.
It's a
I'm
wrestling
not.
movie.
Oh,
We've got Aquaman.
I will be seated and watch
I
that.
think that's it. So we got like 5 movies to watch over Christmas break, and
Yeah.
we will have lots of time during Christmas break to record.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna we're gonna be recording because we're gonna be watching a lot of movies.
For
Color
sure.
Purple. Which one are you most hyped about? Besides Aquaman, because I feel like that one's kind of like I've been waiting for that since 2018.
Besides
so
Aquaman,
it's- Yeah.
honestly, probably Wonka. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like Wonka is either gonna get like a 90% or like a 40.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like there's zero in
at
between.
First, I thought, like I saw the trailer with Timothy Chalamet, and I genuinely thought it was supposed to be like an edgy take on Wonka. I did not know it was like an actual Wonka movie. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's PG.
Yeah, I thought it would be like this, almost like Zack Snyder's Wonka. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
not know it was real. I mean, Timothy Chalamet. I mean, that guy has range because I would not expect like him to be Wonka.
I know,
so.
yeah.
I don't want to
speaking
say
of
I'm
Zack
not.
Snyder,
Yo, how did we forget about that? What?
we're okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll say like 75% sure. Daylin and I are going to the Paris Theater in New York to see Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. I don't really, like, I don't want to say that whole,
IMAX.
like that whole like. It's such a long title
like-
for a movie.
Rebel Moon Part 1.
A Child of Fire.
Yeah, the second part is coming out in like March, I think, or something like that.
That's
I think-
insane.
I forgot. Like I forgot about that, which I
Although
do like.
that's
I
probably
like
why
how
it
they-
took so long. Probably because he was working on both of them.
Yeah, I like how they
Um,
did that. So it's not like you're waiting 2 years for the next one.
Yeah, yeah. But we're going to see it in 70mm. Hopefully, we'll definitely have
Yeah.
a review for that. We already
Oh,
went
dude,
and saw.
I'm
We
gonna
saw.
I'm gonna be glazing. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Because you're gonna be glazing, but I'm gonna be being real.
Yeah.
So we'll have like somebody. I'll be grounding the podcast because you will be like, it was so good. We'll see.
Nah, but
We'll see.
I'm gonna keep it a. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If it's not good, I'm gonna actually just cry. I'm
If
gonna
it's
be
not
in
good,
such
you're still gonna say
disbelief.
it's good.
Yeah. Well, no, I will. I know. Trust me. I will actually start crying. I'll be like, Zach, please. But the thing is that I believe it's gonna end in a cliffhanger because it is a part 1.
Yeah.
So
It
if
better
the
be a
first one is
fire
bad-
cliffhanger.
yeah, the first one's bad. I can just say that. Just wait. Let them cook. Let them cook the second one.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I'm excited for that. But we already saw Oppenheimer in New York City, 70
yeah.
millimeter. But yeah, there is FNAF, The Marvels, Wish. Let's see. So we're gonna go see Hunger Games. Honestly, I think you would like Napoleon. To be honest, he was really good.
You think so?
I think you would.
You know,
Okay,
I
listen.
wanted to
It's way
watch
more.
it.
It's way more like action. Like it's a lot of action, like battles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was good. And Joaquin Phoenix is so good.
Is he? Because I'm Haitian, so like, we know a lot about French history and like Napoleon. So I was like, oh, a Napoleon movie, but I'm like, oh, it's like a history movie, and I don't.
No,
I
it's
didn't
actually
like
no, it's
Oppenheimer.
actually good though. It's actually good. Like I saw it with Anthony, and we both really liked it a lot. It was like
So
there
it's
was
like Joker playing as Napoleon.
there was this one battle sequence where we were like, yo, this is so sick. So like maybe we can go see that. So we'll have Hunger Games, Napoleon, hopefully. And
Yeah.
that's probably gonna be it for our next podcast.
Yeah. Wait, how long is Napoleon? It's 3 hours.
It's 240, 230, 237.
Is it like, be honest? Is it good pacing or is it really slow?
Oh yeah,
and
it's really
dry?
good pacing. No, it's actually
Alright.
no, because like literally right when you're like, okay, something needs to happen, there's like a battle.
Alright.
Like literally.
I don't want to wait. I would ask you this question, but I don't want to spoil the movie for myself. But is it like his beginning, like his start, or is it kind of like in the middle somewhere?
It's in the middle and it goes to like the end of his life.
Well, thanks for the spoiler.
It's not. Well,
The
what
end of
did
his
you thi-
life.
Well, what did you think he was gonna do? Well,
I don't
I'm
know,
sorry.
like,
Did
the
you think he was
beginning?
still alive? Did you think he was still alive?
No, I thought it was be like his start, maybe like how he
No,
started. As
it doesn't start
Napoleon.
from when he's a baby. It starts from like when he's like halfway through like his career, but like he's not big. But and then it goes to like the end. But
Oh,
that's
thanks.
not even
Now
a
I know
spoil.
he's gonna die.
Yeah, of course he's
Okay,
gonna
no,
die,
no.
bro. This was the
Well, Oppenheimer didn't die in the movie, like what?
This was the 1700s, bro. He's dead.
Bro. Like,
I'm
it could've
sorry,
been,
he's
like, about
dead.
a battle that. Dang, bro, you're up, bro. You're a whole up.
Okay, listen, you'll see. It's not that big of a deal.
Dang.
But bro,
Everyone
I
just-
think
everyone just saw you
I'm
spoiled
actually
the
like,
movie for
I'm
me.
actually excited for you to see Hunger Games because it was so good, bro.
I know everyone's been saying.
Have you seen the other ones?
So good. I've not seen anything. I haven't
Okay,
read
that's
anything
actually good.
about
That's actually
Hunger
probably
Games.
better for you.
Yeah, because I know it's a prequel, so
Yeah, it's a prequel, so you don't really need to see it. Although if you did, like, it would help. But
yeah, I'm hyped for Viola Davis. I'm trying to see.
oh my
her
gosh,
act.
dude, she was so good. No, she was actually so good.
Yeah,
She was like a
And
highlight.
Rachel Zegler. I know. I'm gonna say I'm excited to see her because I haven't.
No, she
only
was
thing I've
good. Like
seen
she
her in-
wasn't cringy. She wasn't cringy.
Yeah, I mean I don't think she is a cringy. I don't think I've seen her in Shazam 2, and that was kind of like a non-serious role. So
Yeah, no,
been-
she's actually really good.
yeah, how was the girl from Euphoria? Or girl from-
She was pretty good. She was more like a side character. She was pretty side character. Like she didn't. She wasn't in it that much. But she was good.
Alright.
But I mean, yeah, I think you're gonna like it a lot though.
All right, is it like Zack Snyder esque? I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah, like some of the cinematography is like beautiful.
Really?
Like there's some shots, and I was
Alright.
like, there's some shots where they're like traveling to places, and I'm like, bro, this is like so sick.
Right now I'm hyped.
Yeah, it's good.
This movie
Alright,
is trash, Michael.
what movie?
If it's bad, then I'm.
It's not. I promise it's not. We'll get on here next time, and you'll be yapping about how good it is.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
All right. Well, there is Five Nights at Freddy's, The Marvels, and Wish, and some superhero controversy. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it to the end, subscribe, tell your friends about us, follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.